G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 18 of our Cold Trozan Skyshard Spellbreaker build, where in between episodes I swapped the helmets over that were discussed towards the end of the last episode. I put the runestone back onto this one. I also farmed up a new Gaze of Ungoliax. Took me, I think, 3 or 4 kills to get this, and this was literally just the first one that dropped that had resistances on it. So I put an Aether Soul on this one, and between the two of these, I'm now taking 12% less damage from Ethereals and Aether Corruptions, and because of the Runestone on my helmet, I'm doing 8% more damage to Ethereals and to Aether Corruptions. So between these three components, I'm kind of good at killing Ethereals and Aether Corruptions. Which to me is good because we're about to go into a city that's absolutely teeming with them. But first, we have to invade the city through the sewers. You'll see now this guy, frozen enchanted, means he has cold resistance, and he just died. These guys also have cold resistance. In fact, they appear to be immune to Electros. So instead of waiting for a recast, I'm just going to run away. Okay, into the sewers. There are a few scary things in the sewers, and I am mostly going to avoid them. The biggest scary thing, I can't remember the name of, but he is behind a dynamite wall, and there is no need at all to go mess with him. So I'm going to not blow the dynamite wall up, not go in there and risk death, and yeah, it'll be fine. So we've got another frozen fellow right here. And he's dead. Let's maybe spread some haunt among these. We can attack those from over here. This is the area where our good friend is hiding behind his dynamite wall. But like I said, we're just going to leave him there. If you just throw haunt on things and keep running, then procs will largely take care of it all. Anytime you guys want to get out of the way, that'd be great. So, my usual whinge about Ashes of Malmo applies again. The pathing in this entire city is absolutely pants on head awful. But it is what it is. We definitely want stuff from the Malmo resistance, so we have to do it. Also, something about XP. Okay, we have arrived at the Malmo resistance. We will talk to everybody here that has question marks above their heads. And exclamations, rather. And that gives us the quest to open the drawbridge, and also to destroy the wagons. Sorry, I'm distracted by shopping. Right, so we head out the north side here, and in this area there is going to be the 3 wagons. I think his name is Balros, but whatever the guy standing in front of the gate's name is, we need to kill him. We need to collect more Aether Shards because you can never have enough. Here is one of our wagons. This is the one I usually get last because I walk straight past it on the way out to the top right corner, and then I end up having to come back and find it later. Fortunately, I found it first this time, so happy days. I am definitely missing having the ability to just teleport past things. Having to have a target kind of sucks. Since we're in the area, let's go see if Old Mate has a death wish today, or if he's going to come back to the camp with us. Here he is. So as far as I can tell, and as far as I know, this is basically 50-50 as to whether we're going to fight him or help him back to the camp. Nope, he's chosen death. Which is unfortunate for the kids, but hey, they're safe now. What did we actually win for that? Not sure. More crystals is always good. Alright, level 57. So we are finished on Star Pact. I guess we'll continue Shattered Star. Definitely good to completely max out your main damage skill. Maybe worth doing Alexstra's as well, the dot skill, or the mutator that increases the dot damage. Could be good as well. Okay, everybody needs to stop doing that, please. Oh, it's a chilled one. I was wondering how it was still alive. Alright, did we manage to spread the pox upstairs? I think so. Okay, this dynamite is guaranteed, so feel free to come and get a free dynamite every time you come through here. There is also potentially a treasure trove just here. Looks like it's not here today, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe it'll be over here instead. Nope. I can't remember any of the other spawn locations in here, to be honest. It's probably in some building in the back of nowhere. I think treasure troves are pretty much just nice to haves, or nice to finds while you're leveling. Let's head back down to ground level. I think I'm in the right spot. We kind of want to head over this way. And I am completely in the wrong spot. Okay. We came downstairs too early. Also, not sure if I mentioned it, but I hate this city. It could be so much better if the pathing was even remotely good. This looks like where we want to go down, actually. Yeah, unfortunately the pathing really kills my enjoyment of the Ashes of Malmo expansion. It's really, really good, with the exception of running upstairs is the hardest boss in the entire expansion. But anyway, anyone who's watched more than one series of me playing this game knows that I hate it, and we all know I'm going to keep playing it, so here we are. Okay, we've got all of the wagons now. We just need to open the drawbridge, which means we need to come down here. Here he is, it's Bolag. So we can just kill him. There he goes. So with him dead, we can now open the gate and let in the Black Legion, who we will go and say hello to. Alright, so Inquisitor Creed here is going to head back to the same place we are, the Sewers Rift. And we'll talk to everybody there, get some more XP, and head on in. So the next part of Ashes of Malmo is we are going to assault the front doorstep of the secret hidden hideout. Nobody found it somehow, even though there's an ethereal rift gate right next to it. But we're just gonna ignore that for now, okay? We don't need to worry about that, why they didn't find it when it was right next to one of their rift gates. So we come out here into the Steel Cap District, and there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff down here. We're going to spread the pox, the haunt pox, among all of them. Chilled one, I think. Yeah, chilled one's all that's left. Alright, and I think that's everyone dead. Spell Sage Boots. Elemental damage is good, move speed is good, a lot of that stuff is good, but I don't think we're going to use it. Okay. We are now friendly, and let's go for a run through the city. Now, as I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the Malmo city itself, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna make it through this, you guys. Alrighty, so we head down here. Unfortunately, can't get to that dynamite site from this side, but what we can do is kill all this. Just around the corner here is the first thing we've been sent to find. This is going to be, I think, the arcane supplies. Regardless, we have a thing to click on the ground for. Which is here. Yep, arcane supplies. And that's pretty much all we need in this part of the city. So we continue onwards. This door goes nowhere. I'm actually not sure off the top of my head what the purpose of that door is. I don't think there's any quests in there. I don't know what that door is for. It's just an area in the game that exists for some reason. Alright, behind this door is this lady who we're going to send back to the camp. And promise we'll send your boyfriend along in a second. Wait, no, he's decided to stay behind and die. Alright, this little corner here, depending on if the Flesh Weaver has spawned here or at his other location, or one of his other locations, this can potentially be one of the most dangerous corners in Ashes of Malmo. He's not here today, which is good. Didn't see the turtle shell. No turtle shell doesn't count. Here's our abandoned weapons. Just be careful here, because if the Flesh Weaver does spawn here, I don't know if he actually spawns with extra stuff himself, but it certainly feels like this corner is just crazy scary if he spawns there. And I think he spawns with extra friends. We're going to go up near two of his other spawn points just over here. So he could be just here. Free dynamite every time. Could be here. He's not there, so he's going to be just south of this little section here. This door is the one that Mr. Dying Man told us about. Silk Touch hand wraps, not really sound like a cold item. We'll have a look though. It actually is a cold item, how about that? Not one I'm going to wear though. I am actually starting to think that these runic braces are like the best leveling gloves in the game. Just for the huge amount of resistances they provide. Like, a lot of it is on a proc, but even if you completely ignore that proc and the fact that it has a bunch of physical resistance on it, the gloves themselves having Aether and Chaos resistance is just huge for leveling. As long as we're here, we've just reached Honored with the Outcast, which means we can go get her Honored quest. Let's go ahead and blow this dynamite location up. There is also, just in here, I believe there is a, what are they called? Shrines? Give you points? Devotion shrines. I believe there's one in here. Yep, can see it on the map there. Here is the other Flesh Shaper. And the general gist of this build is basically you just run around so you're not standing in the same place all the time, so they can't really build up a bunch of stuff under your feet, and just keep the damage flowing. There's level 58. There's another devotion point. Now here's the question, because I haven't looked at this build, aside from the previous episode, for over a week now. Where were we up to? I think we were doing the Behemoth next, going to get Giant's Blood. So Murmur is now finished. That last point there, honestly, we don't need that. We'll come back and get that, but I want Giant's Blood first, and a pile of health is always good. I did apply it, good. There's also nothing else I care about in this particular area, so we're just going to go back out the way we came in. And we will continue up to the second half of Malmo. So there's a few more quest updates here. I usually go on the right side here. You can go left first. It doesn't really matter which way you go first. You will have to go both ways at some point. There's Turtle Shell reaching rank 16. I will note as well that this build has been quite low and also had Turtle Shell procced, so I'm pretty sure if I didn't have that devotion, this character would be dead. Which is not depressing, but it's a little bit scary if you think about it. Okay, I'm going to drop a portal here and fight my way across this bridge. Grab the bomb, because I do know that there is a rift gate just on the other side of this little door thing here. If I could click on it, would be good. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to run up here, I'm going to use the rift gate and go back to my personal rift. And then we have 2 more things I think to do here. So we have an exalted chest just here. And the blue item today is not great. And then the other thing is the other half of the Rescue the Idiots Left Out in the City quest. And I am, of course, always looking for any rare cold affixes on any of the items that drop. I haven't seen any for a little bit, though. Okay. So we send him back. Let's go back to town and turn in a bunch of quests.
Good work out there.
Okay, and then Corinia. Okay, speak with Olgrim in Crown Hill. I think if we leave, we get all those merchants to come back. And now is a good time as well to speak about everybody's favorite merchant, Hiram, or Hiram, however you wish to pronounce it. We're going to say hello to him. Once you have got the arcane supplies and the weapon supplies, you will unlock Hiram here. Now I'm not sure why he doesn't want to talk to me. Perhaps I didn't leave for long enough, but normally if you turn those in as you get them, he will be a merchant that you can buy and sell things to and from. So let's go do a little bit of running around in this area and then we'll come back to him. But he is generally the first merchant that most people will get to, who sells a bunch of relic blueprints. So if there was any blueprints you wanted for relics, like for example if you didn't find the Haunt relic blueprint from from a totem, like I did. At least I think I did. Regardless, if you don't have it already, he will sell it. He will also sell all of the other blueprints that are required to craft it. So once you get here, you will have access to most of the sort of mid-tier relics. There's Rumor. Okay, and this is going to be fun. A bunch of stuff here. Actually not as fun as I thought it would be. Okay, we have another devotion shrine here, and I'm going to do that. Probably kill, is it Valexteria here? I forget her name. But either way, I'm going to kill her as well. Then we'll head back to town. Yep, it is Valexteria. That meteor, you don't want to get hit by that. And there she goes. Okay. Unsurprisingly, didn't drop any of the Krieg set because, well, she can't. What did she drop? I saw her MI. I can't remember what it is, though. I did see she dropped an MI. I think it might have been that. Regardless, I don't think we want her MI anyway. So we now have some regeneration available. I'm going to go ahead and attach this to Arcane Will, I think. So this will only go off if our health drops below 75%. It's not the best circuit breaker to apply to, but it is an okay option. So basically, if we go here, Arcane Will here can only trigger when our health is below 75%, and this buff has to be active for Giant's Blood to have a chance to trigger. So if we just, stub our toe walking around on these uneven stones or whatever, and take like 100 damage, we're not going to use up the proc on Giant's Blood, which, if you go down here, actually has a decent recharge on it, 21%. I think 30 seconds is the base, and I think we've just got a lot of cooldown reduction. Regardless, you don't want to be using a very long recharge regeneration proc on minuscule damage. So I only really want to see it when I've taken a decent amount of damage. Ideally, I would have it on something like maybe Menier's Will, or a different kind of circuit breaker that'll only trigger when you get down to 50 or 60%. Because half of our 7,000 hit points is 3,500, which is still a decent amount of health. But that is fine. 75% is still, you can work with that, that's fine. Okay, so we have one more vent to go and click on, and I do want to go and talk to Hiram just to get any blueprints he may have. Usually I check him a few times throughout the course of doing the Ashes of Malmo expansion. See how we go for time. I may have to do Theoden in the next episode. Unfortunately, I do have to head out here at some point. Real life interfering with my gaming again. It's the worst. Okay, we actually want to be out the back there. So I think I took a wrong turn. I did. Alright, we're doing it the other way. I do this about half the time. I take a wrong turn at the back there and just teleport back here. This is fine. You can go either way. this whole section of Malmo is basically one big loop. Somehow that's up on the roof. I think I said it already, but I hate this place. I really hate these buildings. They look really good, but they're just not fun to try and walk around. Let's try this again. Stairs are apparently more of a challenge than the ethereals occupying the city. It's okay, it's okay. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Alright, I think we were standing in a decent amount of goop there. Okay, Fleshbound Vent number 3 is gone. As long as we're here. Let's go ahead and turn the loot off while we kill these. I don't know what that was, it was definitely not well aimed. Okay, loot back on. So, occult effigy, probably literally nobody cares. Yep. Let's see, Death Knights we don't care, none of the prefixes we care, none of the suffixes we care. That's okay. Definitely worth it for getting some more bits. Considerably lower than normal. I think I bought a few things that I don't normally buy. Like this. I definitely bought this. Okay, back to the Steel Cap District. Let's go ahead and empty our inventory, and also, yep, Hiram is now playing. So, you will note here, Conflagration, Zeal, Marauder's Talisman, I already have this one. When I'm doing any kind of vendor farming, what I will usually do is I will search for dy space LE, and I'll put that onto my my clipboard. This will highlight blueprints that I have at the bottom there. You'll see already learned. So any that aren't highlighted, I know that I have not yet learned, and I should buy them. If I was doing the same thing in a skeleton dungeon, for example, like what's his name, Vinelton in the Ancient Grove, if I was shopping at Vinelton looking for blueprints, then I would just paste that dy space LE into the search bar. It would highlight the ones I already have, and I would just buy all of the grayed out ones. And then after I'd done it a few times, once I stopped getting new ones to buy, a couple of times I would probably stop. Now I've got 38 Aether Crystals now. I'm pretty sure most of those came from the city, so if you want to just wait until you get here to be making all of these Aether Souls, and I think this runestone needed a decent amount as well. I'm pretty sure the cold stones needed some. Definitely the Haunt Relic needs a bunch of them. You can wait till you get here, or anytime after you have killed the Logorian, you can just go to Elite and just beeline your way up the coast here, get to the Warden's Lab Rift, and then just farm them there as well. Right. Let's go ahead and actually end the episode here. Don't think I'm going to have time to get there and kill him before I have to leave. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, where we will finish this and probably do the hidden path. And yeah, bye for now.